Hello everybody, welcome to Nintendo Pow Block here on Boss Fresh Games. I'm your host, the Light Excited ADV. Joining me is the one, the only Bossman himself, Mr. Corey Dirrig. Hello, good sir.
Hey Ed, how's it going? Happy week for you, to us, I guess. I don't know.
Everybody, it's the second episode of Nintendo Pow Block this month. So,
yay!
hello, Corey. Yes, we had our Game of the Year discussion on our Nintendo games. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And hopefully you love the games that we have talked about with it. I did get concerned, Corey, because I was just like, where's Power Block at? I see Xbox Casuals, but I don't see Power Block. It didn't pop up around like 8 o'clock.
Well, here's the thing. So I took a lot of feedback over the break, and I was reading some stuff based on feedback from audience and then other podcasts. And so something I learned over the break was that podcasts need to go up later in the morning or day because, so for reference, I've been putting them up at 6 a.m. on YouTube and podcast services. Well, the first hour is the most crucial for YouTube and for sharing. And 6 a.m., not a lot of people are up at 6 a.m. on the East Coast, and then nobody's up on the West Coast at 3 a.m. really listening to podcasts or looking for videos. So what I started doing is also, by the time you hear this, our schedule has like totally changed in terms of output for the shows, except for Pow Block, ironically, which is the only show I've announced it on because we've recorded 2 episodes of this before we've recorded one of the Boss Rush podcast and 4 expansion passes. So, which is good. Don't get me wrong. But basically, I'm putting them up around 11 a.m. now. That way notifications go out in a timely manner across all of the major American time zones. So it's a minor change, and also the audio podcast will still go up early in the morning. It's more of a sharing and a YouTube thing to do that. So, and on the website, of course, also. So that's kind of where we're at on that. But basically, that's why the sharing didn't go out at the normal time this morning, Ed.
Okay.
For last week's episode, which went out today at the time of this recording.
Yeah, because it's just like I love to hear our conversations back. In case if I said anything crazy,
Ed said something crazy. No, that never happens ever.
And everything, and plus I like to review, and take notes and be like, okay, how can I make this better? How can I word this if I'm saying these things over and over? I really try to critique myself and everything, and sometimes I do a very bad job of it. Other times I do take note and be like, okay, I need to work and I need to fix that, and I have been trying. Until we get to a certain story in family news. Trust me.
Yeah. Yep.
So, but Corey, how was your
Ed,
weekend?
hold on though, Ed. Before we do that, Ed, our new logo is very exciting.
Yes, everybody.
Theoretically, this is the first episode that we're debuting the new Pow Block logo.
Yes.
So, and we're still going to have the Switch box logo on certain things, and it's still going to be used in advertising and stuff. But like, in order to monetize and have the show become a proper part of our business model, we are not allowed to use the word Nintendo, which has been in our title for 373 and a half episodes, plus all of the expansion passes, plus all of the mini blocks, plus all of the direct recap shows. So something around like 700 episodes of Nintendo Pow Block content, which is a lot. I can't believe we have that much. Has had the term Nintendo in it. And so in order to monetize it correctly, we are not allowed to use the term Nintendo because very obviously we do not own that term. Yes. And so a lot of the logos you're going to see moving forward are just going to say Pow Block Podcast, a Nintendo podcast by Boss Rush. But we're still going to refer to it as Nintendo Pow Block because we are. But the logos will no longer say Nintendo in a proper way. I'm just throwing that out there for people. Although the logo has a really fun throwback, Ed, to we'll say 90s and early 2000s Nintendo fans specifically. Specifically fans of Nintendo Power. And I'm digging the logo, Ed. I wasn't sure how it was going to look at first. And then now that, obviously, like, I flipped through a lot of the new logos with you, especially like the Boss Rush podcast logo. Like, it fits that mold of what we're trying to do with those logos, but yet distinctly Nintendo Pow Block and different.
Yes. And
it's exciting. I love it. I love it so much. The more I look at it, the more I absolutely love it.
And it was fun. Just, of course, sorry, Corey, that you had to do a lot of the work, but you sent it to me and we're bouncing ideas, give you opinions and, having that reference and that connection to it, to be like, okay, this looks like this if it was in this year. And when you kept sending it to me, I'm like, and you doing the refinement, I'm like, yes, I love it. You get in there, and then you just said the perfect one. I was just like, yeah, that's it. That's the logo. That's right there. Yeah. There's another one, everybody, that we're gonna be using for merch. So we can't wait to show you that one. The merch one. Oh, go ahead, Corey.
Oh, I was gonna say the thing I like about it is that like there's multiple things we can do with this logo just based on the flat image that I sent you originally.
Mm-hmm.
And we can like stack it like it is on the thumbnail, right? And have that kind of layered old school Nintendo Power look. We can do the new, like the last probably quarter of Nintendo Power's run, they had that bold flat logo.
Yeah.
Like we can do that with it. Like there's a lot we can do with this logo and it still looks distinctly Pow Block and in the same family of logos. And so go ahead.
Yeah, because it speaks. There's sometimes when you see a logo that speaks, and if you come from our artistic mind, it speaks to you in a certain manner. Like, some logos might remind you of an old magazine. There was one logo that I think the original logo Power Block that you sent me, I was just like, this is like EGM back in the 2000s stuff. Mm-hmm. But then you sent me the Nintendo Power Block one. I'm like, okay, yeah, this looks like this, like Nintendo Power Block. Nintendo Power and everything. And then there's one that is like reminds you of Donkey Kong Country. And then another one, you sent me a blue one, and I told you, and I told for the listeners, I told Corey that it looks like something connected to wrestling because that color blue for some unknown reason with that design just speaks like it's a wrestling podcast. I don't know why it says that, but sometimes when you see a logo and the art for it, you get connected in some way to it. And everything, and it brings up memories of what media that you've seen it as, whether it's like a movie, TV show, book, or whatever. Sometimes a logo will bring that memory to you. So I love the work that you did with it. I was just like, oh, I do get, I love getting involved with.
It'd be really fun too. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. And I just have to get it out because I'll forget in 5 seconds if you keep talking. Is like if I ever sit down and have the time to properly market our episodes, we could do like Nintendo Power covers. But like, instead of it's saying Nintendo Power at the top. We could say Pow Block Podcast and then make like a proper Nintendo Power cover of the things we talk about on that episode.
Ooh,
Would be really
nice.
cool. That would be really cool. But it's going to take a lot of work, and I don't know if I have that much energy in me.
That would be cool to do it maybe for our Patreon
Patreon,
listeners. Like
milestone episodes or special episodes, we could do that.
yeah, and be like, hey, this is like, or cause I don't know if you could just send it to it and they can make it like a desktop kind of thing. Like
Yeah,
I think that would be super cool.
Mhm.
Like for our $5 listeners, or Patreons and stuff to be like, it's just like maybe one every 2 months or something.
Yeah, like a proper Pow Block Nintendo Power kind of magazine type cover.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. That's a good idea, actually, Ed. That's a really good idea.
yeah.
We could like print them out and send them to people at like the gold tier, which is, I think the gold tier is like $15 and up a month.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be kind of cool to do, actually.
Nice.
That'd be that's a really good idea, actually.
Mark it down. We'll talk about that at the meeting.
Put a pin in it. But yeah, I really love the new logo. I hope people like it, because it's what we're sticking with for now. And I wasn't going to change the logo, but all this copyright stuff, obviously, like the big thing now is like Steamboat Willie from the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse and the Plain Crazy version of Mickey Mouse are in public domain, and like logos and copyright stuff has been on my mind a lot lately. And I'm like, well, that's the show I'm really worried about, us getting flagged for anything once we like finally take a heavy position on monetization this year. And so I was like, I got to do that before something. But yeah,
about the Mickey Mouse one. So anybody can now it has to just be that version of Mickey Mouse.
It's
right?
the 1928 versions of Mickey Mouse. So it would be Steamboat Willie and I think Plain Crazy. I don't remember if Plain Crazy came out the same year as Steamboat Willie, but it's that version of Mickey Mouse. That's why like every decade or so you see Mickey go through a visual transformation in some way, because they can trademark a version of Mickey Mouse and keep that trademark for 75 years. But you know how Disney is, they wiggled 20 more years out of Steamboat Willie. And so, Mickey Mouse, well, whatever the current version of Mickey Mouse is always going to be Disney's. But as, we get older, Mickey Mouse, more versions of Mickey Mouse will go into the public domain, and it just is what it is. That's just how it is. I mean, Bugs Bunny is going into the public domain in like 5 years. All these other crazy, and it's funny because people are like, Disney needs to protect their IP. I'm like, Disney was built on public domain. I don't know what you're talking about. Snow White is a grim fairy tale. All of their popular movies are grim fairy tales. They just have copyrights on those versions of the characters. So, I mean, I'm as big a Disney fan as anybody, but like, you can't say Disney needs to protect their IP when they made their entire company off of IP that they don't own. So, I mean, they bought
this is all before the Pixar stuff.
Yeah. So,
and to see Nintendo stuff go to the public domain,
well, here's the thing. And again, I think Mario will, whatever the rule is for that is, I mean, Mario will end up the same way, right? Like, of course, Mario has like 40 years before he's in the public domain, right? At least. So my thing is I don't know if Japanese IP work different than American created IP. I don't know if there's some sort of different rule set Uh, but yeah, that'll be weird at some point. I mean, if anybody's going to fight for their IP, it's going to be Nintendo, right? So
Nintendo. Yeah,
it doesn't
because I
matter.
just
We're either going to be dead or our consciousness are going to be uploaded into some AI program, and we're just there's going to be a lot more problems than worried about if Mario is in the public domain.
yeah.
So,
Well,
uh,
Corey,
well, that
quickly,
was
how was
fun.
your week? How was your weekend?
It was fun. It was fine. A lot of packing. My office is empty. Not empty, but like I packed all my strategy guides and games and extra controllers and resorted all of my figures. And dude, I didn't know how much Destiny merch I had until I started packing it up and organizing it all.
Mm-hmm.
I filled 3 plastic tubs of stuff just of Destiny merch, like books and figures and toys and collector's editions and ghosts. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on here?
Oh wow.
It was cool though. It was funny. It was pretty funny. So,
That's good.
but other than that, like the Browns are in the playoffs, so that's fun. Uh,
It's
Obviously, this comes out after they play the Texans in the first round, so I don't know if they've won or not yet. So I could be really excited or I could be really salty. I'm not 100% sure yet,
uh,
but we'll
it's
find
time.
out.
It's time for Secret Friends. Is he a Lions player? Lions favorite?
No, he's a Vikings fan.
Okay. Because I know he mentioned something about the Browns and stuff, and I was just like, man, Ty versus Corey, if like the Lions played the Browns or whatever, or his team played Corey's team, like, what would that look like? Like, that would be an interesting conversation. Tweetathon and stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of feel bad for the Vikings this year because they were on a great stretch and then their quarterback got hurt and they went through like 3 or 4 quarterbacks this year, similar to the Browns,
Oh.
but somehow the Browns got through it and they did not. So
And see, the Browns were good in the beginning.
they're
In a
good now.
sense.
They're 11-6, and they
Was it
only
like
are
the
11 and
oh,
they're
go
only
ahead.
11-6. They're only 11-6 because they sat all their starters on uh Sunday against the Bengals because they didn't want to get anybody hurt. So
Oh wow! Because I think it was like what about the fourth game they won their first game, the third or the fourth game. Because I know they were losing it like in the beginning.
what do you
They
mean?
weren't starting out good. The Browns.
They they they've been good all season.
I thought they was losing. I thought they lost their first 2 games, first 2 or 3 games.
No, they started 2-1.
Oh,
I can
interesting. I
see your
thought
confusion though because the Browns are always terrible. So I
right
understand your confusion.
because it's just like you. I won't say had anxiety, but you felt like it was kind of like you were stressed out to be like, come on, make this kick. Like you was into it. I'm going by tweets, everybody.
Well, yeah, I mean, my tweets are about the Browns are always all over the place, but also like I tried to really not, uh, you know, be super fan. Also, I took like a huge break from Twitter for a while at the end of the
Mhm.
year because it was just giving me way too much going on. In a lot of different areas. So I was just like, I'm taking a
Nonsense.
break. um, I don't know what to do here, but it's break time.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, when it comes to the Browns, man, I will. I live in Browns country, man. I don't know what to tell you. When when they suck, everybody loves them. When they're good, everybody loves them. I don't know. I just hope the national media doesn't notice because that's when I get worried is when that kind of stuff happens. It's okay though.
I know 2 coaches got fired from their teams.
2.
Uh,
More than that. It's going to be more than that by the time everything wraps up.
I think the Falcons coach got fired.
Yep. Oh my gosh, talk about salty. That dude, super salty. That's fine. Whatever.
Who was the one with the video? I guess he walked up to the other coach or something.
That was the Falcons coach. Because because the Saints scored a touchdown when they told them to take a knee because they were winning by so much.
Mm-hmm.
And that was not a great look for them, but don't lose, I guess, is the moral of the story.
Oh wow.
No, one of the players needed a touchdown for some sort of like big bonus or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like something like a $750,000 bonus or something, and they were right there at the goal line, and so they decided to, the players, quote unquote, collectively decided to help him get his bonus instead of take a knee which was like the play to I don't know, running up the score is kind of frowned upon in competitive sports just because it's unsportsmanlike.
Mm-hmm.
And they were already winning 48-13.
Dang.
They scored again with like no time left on the clock.
He just walked on the field and told the other coach that was some sudden words.
Yeah, there were some words exchanged. Yes, you are not wrong.
Because a lot of people were just like, "Ooh, you get a fire." I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, he's fired. He's done.
And then I think there was another one that got fired today. But I'll tell you about that one off because I have thoughts. But
wait, somebody else got fired today? Oh, the Tennessee coach got fired today.
I think
nobody saw that coming, except for the simple fact that he wants the New England job. And sorry, everybody, I know sports is not really that interesting to a lot of people, but it's happening right now. So, I don't know. Give us 5 seconds. Skip ahead, I guess, because I am kind of taking notes a little bit here for timestamps. That was another thing that people wanted, are timestamps. So I'm trying to be better about that. But yeah, he wants the New England job, and it's been rumored for half a season that this will be Bill Belichick's last season in New England as the Patriots head coach. Okay. And so I don't know, that door's open now. Maybe as of this recording, Bill Belichick has not been fired, but it kind of seems like he's going to be at some point. Mm-hmm. So sorry, Stephanie, I know you're a Patriots fan, but it's time. Somebody else can do something good. Okay. Yeah, you've been good enough for 20 plus years. It's time. Let the Browns or the Lions do something great. Oh my gosh, dude. By the way, and I know Dan Murphy's probably having the same thoughts, but like the Detroit Lions versus the Browns is a very real Super Bowl possibility this year. Which would be the first time for both teams to ever make the Super Bowl.
That would be a time to remember.
It would be a Lake Erie Super Bowl.
It's Mike Vrabel from the Titans.
Mike Vrabel, yep. The other rumor is that he might go coach Ohio State, even though Ryan Day hasn't been fired either. But whatever.
He's very, like I said, I'll tell you that offline.
He's a great coach. Mike Vrabel is a great coach. I can't believe they fired him. They must be like in total rebuild mode. Is my opinion now. Like, you don't fire a coach like that unless you're gonna jump in the hole and try to build your way out now. So.
Well, everybody, for me, I did some downloading of games. Friday, I actually got to open
But
up
are we
at
getting
work.
into what we've been playing, or is this just what you did over the weekend?
Oh, just what I quickly did, and then we'll get into Snack Nintendo. Uh, I I got to open up Friday, because I haven't been able to open up the store in about a couple of months and everything. Uh, so I opened the store up and was just like, man, it feels dead today. Like this whole week, it was just dead at work for some unknown reason. I'm like, are we gonna get busy sometime soon? I don't know yet. But I did a lot of games installing and playing, which I will talk about in Playing with Power. But Corey, I think it's time for us to jump into Snacktendo. And
Yes, 26 minutes into the show.
and everybody, if you follow me on Twitter, I have these
Nobody follows you.
Pokemon. Oh, I know. I have these
Just kidding.
Pokemon uh sparkling flavored water, and I did not know that when I bought them. If you follow me on Twitter, I showed you the green one, but I also got a Gengar one, which is a strawberry flavor. The blue one I show is citrus. There's a purple one that is grape, and then there is another one. I think. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
You lost it.
There, there's another one that's Digimon. So of course, Daniel, if you're watching, I have a Digimon drink, which is milk tea. And I've never had milk tea. So
Milk tea?
this one milk tea. Yeah. So
Like milk? Like milk?
I
and
guess
tea?
I don't. I guess yes.
Are these real words you're saying?
Yes. These are real words that I'm saying. I trust me. I never have it. Or this is the lychee flavor and everything to show everybody. I seen these at my sushi spot because I went to go get some Friday, and I seen them and I'm just like, oh, let me take a picture. I'll drink one. I thought it was juice at first, but then I realized that it was flavored sparkling water. So I drank it. I'm like, okay. I do like the grape one though. And then I seen they had some Sailor Moon ones in different flavors. And then I seen these Digimon ones. And I was just like, you know what? Let me snack some of these before they all get brought and everything. So I thought it was real cool to see that and everything. I was just like, of course it's Nintendo related, so I got to snag all four of them. The thing about it is they were $2.50 each, so I ended up spending about like $20 some everybody getting them. But yeah, that's kind of what I did. And then I had some Cafe Zara, which is a sub and soup place. And they were good. They gave me this little dessert also with having a strawberry dipped in chocolate, which was really, really good. And then I had like a club turkey with them and mushroom soup I had with them. And the soup was really good. I do like their bread too. They have bread for the soup. Not too hard, not too soft. It's very thick and everything. So it can sop up the juice of the soup and everything. And it's like, ooh, this is so good. Yeah, so that's kind of what I had. Of course, I had Domino's. I think I told you, Corey, I switched my sauce in my Domino's pizzas. I go now.
Your sauce?
Yeah, I don't go with the regular tomato sauce that they use. I go with the hearty marinara sauce. For my Domino's pizza now.
Sounds stressful.
It's not. It's a better taste for me and everything. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been snacking on. Everybody, I haven't drank the milk tea yet. I just waited. I wanted to wait to show everybody on Pow Block. So when I come back next week, I'll talk more about them to let you know, guys, know how they taste. But that's what I've been snacking on. Corey, what have you been snacking on?
Oh man, let's see. Oh, so over the weekend we went to Dewey's Pizza, which is my favorite pizza place around here. I've mentioned it before, but the reason why we don't get it a lot is because it's really expensive. And it's not that you don't get a lot for what you pay for. I mean, the thing is like one pizza costs like $26. So that's why we don't get it a lot. But we got a gift card for Christmas, and so we ended up getting the barbecue chicken pizza, which is like our favorite pizza there. Oh, it was so good, man. It's so good. Like, I'm a person, like, when I get pizza, I don't like greasy, buttery crust. I like dry crust and let the toppings do the flavor filling, right? Which I'm like, yeah, okay, I like Domino's, whatever. That's garbage pizza. I'm talking about like when you're talking about real pizza. And Dewey's has the perfect crust. It's like, it's thin, but it's not a thin crust. It's airy. It's soft. It tastes really good. And then like you put the chicken and the bean and corn mix on top with some roasted red peppers and chicken and drizzle some barbecue sauce on there. So good, man. It's the best pizza in the area.
Still haven't had corn on pizza.
I mean, it's not like it's not like like a whole ear of corn on a pizza. It's just like
no, the corn pieces.
It's just like, whatever. But it was really good, man. It's my favorite pizza. I love that place so much.
Dude.
So that's what I snacked on. And then also, like, my wife bought pizza rolls again, so I had to eat them all. It's so funny because my son really likes them too. So I always end up cooking a lot, and then he'll eat like a bunch of them, and then I'll have to cook like a second helping, and then he'll eat a bunch of those too. So it's really fun to.
He don't fall asleep after eating all of them.
No, that kid is he's something. I'll say that. We will say that.
Growing up to be strong.
He's something. Jeez. That kid, man, I gotta tell you, man, he's just like, kid is wild. He's all over the place all the time.
He's gonna be 3 this year.
He'll be 3 in March 31st.
You be done with the terrible twos.
Dude, it's not. Anybody that tells you the terrible twos are a thing, the new term that parents have coined around here is the three-nager.
Oh no.
So yeah, for those of you thinking the terrible twos are going to be over, it's my son actually isn't terrible. Like, he's not bad at all. Really, he's like he'll play around and he's like aggressive and he like doesn't know how strong he is sometimes, and he plays really hard, but he's not like whiny or mopey or whatever. He's actually a pretty good kid. Both of my kids are relatively good for the most part. My daughter has a hard time sometimes, but she's doing a lot better, and so she's good. Everybody's good. Everybody's great.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at there, friend. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network and our family of podcasts.
Well, Corey, I think it's time for us to talk about what we've been playing and playing with power. And there's one game that me and Corey are playing, but not together. Yeah.
What are we playing?
Immortals of Evian.
Oh yeah,
Evian.
I forgot we were playing that. Dude, it's been so long since it's been a couple days since I played video games at all that I'm like, oh yeah, I played something. Yep.
Yeah, I hopped back into it. Got some more powers, and I don't like the javelin power for
I'm not that far
ring.
yet, so I couldn't tell you.
Well, it's when you get to start shopping and you can buy like upgrades and different powers, different rings and stuff for the different colors. There's one of them called the javelin. It looks like it's a good power thing, but because they move so fast and there's no lock on in it, you just be throwing the empty space and everything. And if you do like a regular attack, nothing happens. So I was just like, well, when I get the money and everything, I'm gonna see if I could get back to the like kind of like regular shooting, the one that you start out with, like see if I can find an upgrade for that. And I got that one and I've been using it. But I've been loving the red shotgun kind of thing, like pulling them in and then blasting them. Just
yeah, I've been using the lasso with the red shotgun thing, and like it's really fun. It kind of reminds me of Bulletstorm a little bit. Remember Bulletstorm had that weird lasso thing, and then you could like kick them across the map.
Yes,
that was fun. So
yeah. So Murders of Evian, I've been playing, and I finished Judgment Monday morning, I believe. Man, that game, it's good, but it drags on so much. I'm like, oh, why do I gotta do another fight and everything? It does the double boss thing where you will beat the final boss and then it like comes back to life and you gotta beat him again. I'm like, but I did finish it on normal, and everything, and I was so happy. So I purchased Lost Judgment and installed it. So I'm working through that game too. So like,
nice.
I installed Soul Hackers 2. This is from Atlas and Sega. I can see the Persona influence in that one, and it's a little slow. A lot of talking, a lot of cutscenes. And I just want to get to the grinding for this RPG game. Great voice acting, but one of the problems it has is that the characters are speaking, and when they finish it, if you still have text, the text is still going slow. So I got to see if I could speed up the text so it could match the vocals and everything. Because Judgment has that, but they show you the whole text while they're speaking for the subtitles. But it's not too bad. Like I said, I just started Soul Hackers 2. I actually had it since last year. I just never popped it in or anything. And then Power Wash Simulator I've been playing also. I finished cleaning off a lawnmower. Now I'm cleaning off a little shed in the backyard. So one of my, they call it a dad game, even though I'm not a dad. So that's what I've been playing. I haven't got into my Switch stuff yet, because I'm waiting for another Code Recollection and Prince of Persia to come out, and then I'll be hopping back into my Switch stuff for Nintendo and everything. So that's what I've been playing with Power.
Yeah, for me, it's been harder to play stuff recently. I guess I can talk about what we played over break, because I I mean, I played Immortals of Avium and I played some um, Mario RPG, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really into Super Mario RPG. I think it's kind of boring. Which I guess is what happens when you play a Super Nintendo game in 2024 and turn-based RPG. But I think it's kind of boring. I'm playing it for book club because that's the book club game that was voted on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the characters are charming and it's like very nice to look at, and it's very, the characters are fun and charming and stuff, but it's just I'm not into it. And so I don't really know what to do from here with that. I mean, it's not a very long game. I'm not very motivated to go play it. Especially when there's like games that I want to play that are better. But that's okay. But over break, Ed, my daughter has been wanting to play video games with me. And so we ended up getting and beating the Bluey game in like 2 nights. It's not very good. Do not recommend the Bluey game. I mean, it's cute. You play through 5 episodes of the show and you play a lot of the games that they play in the show, but it's not really playing. It's like 30 seconds of playing and then a long cutscene to the next game that you play. It's kind of, I don't know, it's not very good. But we also played a lot of Mario Party Superstars. My daughter loves that game, and my son got to sit in and play with us too, quote unquote play, because we just set the 4th player to the computer player and gave him a controller that wasn't charged, and he totally thought he was playing. Like, we let him pick his character, and he knew, like, he picked Yoshi, and he was really excited because he loves dinosaurs. So Yoshi was like his go-to, and like every time he would pop up to choose the dice, he'd be like, Yoshi, 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 and he'd like point at the screen and like mash all the buttons at the same time. And then he would get to a space, and then he'd be like, I won. When every time he would land on a space, he'd be like, I won. And it was really funny. And we played a couple rounds of that. We played a lot of Mario Kart. My daughter loves Mario Kart. She loves it's funny. I wish she was better at the game because she loves Rainbow Roads, all the Rainbow Road levels. Like, she loves them because they're rainbows, but she doesn't understand that those are the hardest levels in the entire game.
Right.
I mean, we turned the super kid stuff on, right? Where like stay on the track, automatically go. So all she had to do was like steer and, throw items or whatever.
Yeah.
Which was good. She loves that. And so we played a lot of that, and we played. So I had an extra one of those vouchers, the digital vouchers that I was saving for Princess Peach Showtime this year.
Yeah.
But my daughter has become infatuated with Pokemon. And it's not for the reasons you think. My nephew loves Pokemon, and a couple of her friends at school have like Pokemon stuffed animals. And so she loves Pokemon, and she always wants to play the Let's Go games. Because I downloaded the demo of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and she wants to play it. But she's like, I'm tired of the forest. I just want to play. Is there another Pokemon game we can play? And I'm like, I'll just use this voucher on the Let's Go Eevee game. And so we played through the opening of that, and we played through, we got to the forest again, and she didn't want to play the forest section, so we kind of ended. But we played probably a couple hours of that too. She likes running around and catching the Pokemon, but she gets frustrated because they're all the same Pokemon in the areas, and she doesn't, like, I try to sit and explain it to her, like, there are certain areas of the game where you can only catch certain Pokemon, and you have to progress, you have to like keep going through the game to catch new Pokemon, and like trying to explain to her that, but she just wants to catch them. And you can pet Eevee in the game, and all she wanted to do was like pet Eevee and dress her up, and wanted to know why she didn't have enough clothes for Eevee to dress her up, and it was a whole thing. So we did that, and then Mario Wonder was the other game I spent some time with. It's still great. Also, Zelda still great. Did a lot of shrines in Zelda over break. Actually, I got really sucked back in to the point where like our game of the year discussion may be out of date, but it's too late because we already recorded it. Because Zelda's amazing. So that's what I did, Ed. It was a busy break, a lot of packing, a lot of sorting and reorganization of boss rush stuff and game of the year stuff, which that video should be going out in a week or so. And I know it's really late, but this is our first year doing it, so we wanted to like do it right instead of getting it out on time. That way next year we know what we're doing.
Yes,
because ideally I would have liked to have had that been the first thing we put out of the new year, would be the Bossy Awards. You know, everybody gets off recording for the week, for like 2 weeks or whatever at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
But like the first thing that comes out are the Bossy Awards and the Bossy video that first week of the new year, ideally. So we're going to aim for that, but we wanted to make sure we did it right and had the right things in place. And so, but yeah, it's been a big organization thing. So.
All right. Well, everybody, it's time for Femi News. Corey, take it away.
All right, Ed, our first story. Ed is, salty about this one. But the new hardware for the Switch is, analysts are starting to come out with their predictions and their, things for the Switch 2. It really seems that the Switch 2, a lot of analysts think that the Switch 2 is going to be an iterative version of the Switch, which is perfectly okay with me. It's going to be a little bit more powerful. It's going to have a better screen. It's going to cost about $400. So that's where we're at with that, Ed. I think that's a good call. I've heard the same thing. Some analysts think it's going to be out in 2024. I'm still in the spring 2025 train. But yeah, Switch 2, rumors, more rumors. It's the year of the rumor. We're going to coin it the year of the Switch rumor.
I placed a dumb truck assault on this one.
Dumb truck assault.
I know. Because I don't think Nintendo's gonna do. Oh, it's just an iteration. It's just a little bit more powerful. I don't think Nintendo's ready to do any of that.
They better.
I really think. I think they wants. Really, I mean, that's what the gamers want. Yes, but Nintendo don't listen to the gamers and stuff.
I know. That's why the Wii U failed. Rip.
But I think they want to be like, okay, we have the Switch on the road. What functionalities of the Switch can we incorporate? But how do we make something for it working? A little bit innovative, or something that's going to be cost efficient for us, but still deliver experience that meets up to the standards of today's modern world of gaming. And I think just a powerful Switch is lazy to me.
Ew. No, don't use the L word.
I have to, because
it's not lazy.
It's lazy to me because that's not Nintendo.
We're not using the term lazy. Nobody is lazy. Nobody is lazy. Come on.
If I feel like that would be a lazy move, because that's lazy. Not Nintendo. Nintendo's not lazy. They want to do something better to, improve stuff, but they want to still stand out and be different. If it's just a system with more power, that doesn't do anything.
That's good. I
It's
don't
the
want it to do anything. I want it to play regular video games that I can take
which
with
it
me.
which it will, but I think Nintendo is like forward thinking. They still want to be on that innovative
That
curve.
was old Nintendo though. This is a more conservative Nintendo, and
It
I'm okay with
is.
that.
It is, but still feel like they still have the spirit of innovation and trying to be for it. Because once again, because of the popularity of the Switch, that's why we got the Steam Deck and the Allo Rogue and all of these cloud based and handheld gaming and everything. Because they see the popularity and the good business of the Switch. So Nintendo doesn't want to continue that for the future. They're thinking, and Nintendo's being quiet. Of course, they are thinking about the future, but they want to be forward moving. They just don't want to be like, "This is the pro version of the Switch." And then if it is it's just a better iteration, and they don't add much, gamers are going to be mad at Nintendo because they didn't do anything but add some
Gamers are
sprinkle
always
this and
mad.
that. I know that, but they're gonna be like, "Well, Nintendo didn't push this, and it's not 4K, and this is." But you just want an iteration of their old system with some new little things in it, trinkets and
Good.
stuff in it,
Yes.
and everything. So why would you complain about it if they add this? I think once again Nintendo's trying to be for a movie, and I don't think they're just a newer iteration of the Switch is what they're going for. They may have the idea and model to have the Switch to incorporate it, but I still think they're trying to move forward and be more innovative of how can we be more cost efficient but yet deliver an experience that is for a movie that feels like Nintendo and everything.
Yeah.
That,
I mean, to me, I think Nintendo wants to be innovative in other ways outside of video games now. Right. I
mhm.
think the Switch is a cultural phenomenon. I think they want to ride that train into building other aspects of their business, like the movies and TV shows. And I just sent you the expansion pass logo. It's the same but different. But I think they have other aspects of their business that they want to expand and grow and be better at other than video games
Mhm.
now. They want to be a multimedia,
Yes.
multicultural company. And so that's where you're seeing the theme parks come in, and that's where you're seeing the movies come in and TV shows that will eventually come out of that. And video games are just going to be one aspect of their business. And I think yes, Nintendo will eventually do something different. I don't think their next console is it yet.
Hmm.
Yet, right? I think yes, they don't want to do the same thing as the ROG Ally or the Steam Deck or MSI's Claw or whatever these 900,000 billion different handheld PCs that are coming out do, right? They want to be themselves. But I think the Switch already does enough different. And plus, it's the only place you can play Nintendo games legally.
Right.
We'll say legally. And I've seen a lot of people that we're friends with that like don't want them to do anything different. I think if they do anything other than the Switch, unless it's a clamshell design that has maybe a DS style iteration of a Switch, right? Like
Hmm.
similar to the DS with the Game Boy Advance, it can still play all your old games, but we want to add DS and 3DS Virtual Console or NSO games. We want to be able to, sell HD versions of, a Link Between Worlds or something, and it requires two screens. Like I could see them doing something like that and making a cradle instead of a dock to plug into your TV and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I think we're going to get a Switch, a powerful Switch with with an SSD
Hmm.
and better graphics and more like a PS4 Pro style console. And I am okay with that. Would I like a clamshell design? Maybe, sure, why not? I would take a Switch that would play DS and 3DS games for sure. Like, I mean, it of course they're going to resell them and make them HD and have better controls, whatever. But like, right. If they can somehow make a DS style Switch that has functionality other than just going online and buying games, like if you could put like some sort of browser on there, some sort of new types of games, like I mean, remember how big Brain Age was for a long time, and those styles of games, like bring those back, bring those styles of games back. I think you could do something really interesting within the confines of what the Switch already does. And yeah, I mean, that's my answer to that. So bring it on. $400, sure. Give me an OLED screen as the main screen, and you can make a LCD as the bottom screen or whatever, and it's good to go.
I think the OLED thing they will keep, but it's just like,
yeah, I wonder if they saw enough feedback from fans, because like there was that rumor where they were going back to LCD, and then that rumor was quickly erased, and people said no, Nintendo wants to use the OLED screen now, which I get that it keeps costs down, and I guess if you're going to play it on the TV, maybe like you don't need an OLED, right? Like, But man, the OLED screen is so nice. It's so nice.
It is.
So, I don't know. I'm really interested in a Switch, iterative Switch. I would really love to see what a Switch that is maybe as powerful as the ROG Ally or a Steam Deck could be. So we'll see.
Yeah, I want Nintendo to do something different, and I think they will.
I don't think so. All right, Ed, our next story. Our next story here, Nintendo seems to be seeking more studios to work on its IP in a second-party capacity. It's apparently, quote, deep in conversation with 3 teams specifically. This story is relayed by Nintendo Life from GameIndustry.biz. With the next generation of Nintendo hardware seemingly on the horizon, it's no surprise that the Japanese video game company is potentially seeking new partners as well as studios to work on its IP moving forward. With this in mind, head of GameIndustry.biz, Christopher Dring, says that there are at least 3 studios currently, quote, deep in conversation and making games based on Nintendo brands, end quote. Here's exactly what he had to say. Quote, and this is kind of the middle of a paragraph, so keep that in mind. I also know that Nintendo is actively meeting with independent developers to find new partners. Some of that is around publishing indie games, which Nintendo does from time to time, but it also seeking studios that could work on some of its IP. Nintendo regularly works with third-party teams, including Bandai Namco, Team Ninja, Platinum Games, Mercury Steam, Way Forward, and Grezzo, but the company is looking to add to that roster, and I know of 3 studios that are deep in conversation around making games based on Nintendo IP. And then it goes on to talk about Mercury Steam, who worked on Metroid Dread and some other things. So I wonder who these teams are, because if he's saying these are teams other than the teams that he already mentioned in this, like Bandai Namco and Team Ninja and Platinum and stuff like that, this tells me there are 3 new teams working on Nintendo games, which would be really interesting. I wonder who they are. I wonder who they would be. I wonder if they could be. You know, what would be interesting and something I could really see them doing is going back to Atlas and doing a Tokyo Mirage Sessions style game, but maybe for something other than Fire Emblem, maybe Fire Emblem, but maybe other than Fire Emblem, like maybe a Xenoblade version of
So,
that,
but well,
which would
shoot,
be
because
really interesting.
I think From Software would be an interesting one.
I know.
Um,
I was thinking From Software too, and let me tell you, I've been talking about this game since almost since we started podcasting together, Ed.
mhm.
I think a Hyrule Souls or a Zelda based Dark Souls style game or a Kid Icarus style Dark Souls game would be incredibly appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah, I think. Mm,
I think here's the thing. I think a Zelda based Dark Souls where you're playing as Ganon, but you don't know you're playing as Ganon until the very end. And the reveal is that you are like the thief or the wanderer, and you're just fighting all these Zelda enemies in a Dark Souls style capacity to build your power, and then you become Ganon at the end. Would
do you
be
think? Do
awesome.
you think? Do you think that's a genre Nintendo's ready to step in?
I mean, I mean, yeah, I think Nintendo would love to have that. I mean, look how popular Elden Ring was. It
Oh
sold
yeah,
25 million units, right? I mean, granted, half the
it's
players,
almost
half the people who bought it said it was too hard, and they bought it because it got great scores and not because it was a Dark Souls game, including
plus
most of
everybody.
Boss Rush. But
Right.
uh,
Plus people bought the PS4 version to play on PS5.
yeah, well, that's a different story entirely. But I don't
Well,
feel
that's
like
the only
going
way
into
to
it.
get 60 frames per second.
Uh,
That was funny.
yeah.
Um, I mean
So
that is a possibility, and I
come on,
think
that's a cool concept
I mean
an
it would sell bukus of money. Like
yes.
Nintendo is going to, I mean, Nintendo is going to get like new Super Mario Brothers 2 gold coins, coins, like it's just coins everywhere. So that's mad money for Nintendo.
I know. That's the game I would like. That would be like, okay, you're gonna go to a third party and say make us an exclusive. That would be the phone
Mm.
call I would make. Would be that, and then some sort of like Atlas RPG would
Because
be the
right
two.
now, From would be the only Japanese studio that Nintendo hasn't worked with that we know of. Because they have worked with Konami, they have worked with Capcom, they have worked with
Yeah, but not recently
like
though.
everybody else. But not recently, but I'm just talking about people that they work with. If we're saying new, because you can't say, well, they probably talking to Capcom about something. I'm like, no,
Well,
that's not
yeah.
new because they did the Zelda games. But I'm just like new companies, and if we're thinking of Japan, at this time it will only be From Software because they pretty much worked with a lot of companies in the past. Like they work with Square Enix and stuff, or Squaresoft. They did with Mario RPG and that one. Like, and Enix merged with no, I think they work with Enix. Did they work with Enix? I think they did. Illusions of
I don't.
Gaia might be Enix. I don't know. I have to figure that out. But now that they work, now they have a good relationship with Square Enix. At least they work. If they work with other their like smarter companies, like the people who do Octopath Traveler, that would be something to see. That would be somewhat new, but I'm like they've worked with them before,
You know what would
so.
be awesome actually is maybe a remake of the Oracle games in that 2D HD
Ooh,
thing. Um, I know that involves 3 different companies. I think that would be really awesome.
yeah. Uh, but
Or
then,
maybe Minish Cap. No, Minish Cap deserves its own kind of
and I wonder
remaking.
if would they work with somebody from the UK, and would they work with someone in America, outside of Way Forward and everything,
I bet.
because
I mean, I bet they would. But who do you go to at this point? Like, who are some of the who
who
are the
who
Western
did
companies that make sense? Like,
who
would
did
you
who did
make a
Hades?
you could I mean you could go to Ubisoft again and say, hey, make us Kid Icarus. We really loved Immortals Phoenix Rising. Make us a Kid Icarus style Assassin's Creed style game, right? You could totally reskin Immortals Phoenix Rising as a Kid Icarus game.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be a new company though. That's something I would love to see. Yes.
I mean, I'm not
but,
I'm not sold on the new company as like meaning we've never worked with them ever before, ever in the history.
That's
of the
what
company,
I'm thinking of, because I'm like, the people who make Hades or something will be someone
Supergiant.
Like
yeah,
Supergiant.
I mean,
like they will work with them to make something.
Yeah, I would love that, but they're not gonna interrupt the development of Hades just to ask them, hey, can you stop on this game that is clearly a sequel to your most successful game too?
If they literally are just in talks, I think that that exclusive Nintendo game will come later. I think they would let them finish Hades 2. Because they don't forget, everybody, if Nintendo's going to work with another company, they're going to be sending their people to go help check on things, maybe even help with development. Like, it's going to be a team effort to get that game done. So I think that game will come down later. I think if it's just in talks, they will probably be a company, a Western company that they will talk with, because they're not talking to EA at all. I already know that much. I wouldn't be surprised if they talked to Microsoft about something.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing too, is like you could go to Microsoft and have them, not that, I mean, Microsoft's got to make their own games first, right? Let's get their games out first before you start asking Microsoft to make you games. But I could see them going to them and being like, hey, Rare Replay, kind of just hanging out, and if you're passing out games, right, like we're going to talk about later, like maybe we should talk about Conquer or Banjo or Jet Force Gemini reboot or something like that, right? That seems all right.
I actually had a dream that Microsoft talked to Nintendo, and
of course you did.
And Forza Horizon 6, you got to see like some Mario Kart levels as DLC, paid DLC in that game. And everybody just straight people who own that game are Game Pass members. No, actually, this is what happened. So, in order for you to get like the Mario Kart DLC and all of that stuff, you can't be a Game Pass member. You actually have to buy the game, and you get it as free DLC. Game Pass members do not get it unless they purchase it, but they get the like Game Pass discount or something like that. Like, you literally have to physically buy the game. That's Nintendo's requirement in order for that to be in their system, to be on that game. Or you just get the basic Forza Horizon 6 without that DLC.
Wow.
And you can't buy it separately. You could buy it, but it has to go to a game that has to be purchased already. I don't know how DLC works for Game Pass. It was just a dream, everybody. It's not happening or anything. But I was just like, having those cars and riding on those tracks, the Xbox community would go insane. The Nintendo community would go insane, because then people might buy Forza for Xbox.
You're crazy. All right, I'm moving off this topic now.
Okay.
Let's see. Our next story, Ed, is about the Zelda movie. Apparently, no footage was shown. Let's be clear. No footage was shown, but Sony's CEO brought some excitement to CES for the live action Zelda movie during their press conference announcing their slate of movies in 2024 and 2025. They very full of we'll say Spider-Man adjacent movies. and a few other things that I was kind of surprised to see, and then I instantly forgot what they showed. So,
Gravity Rush. I'm like, really?
yeah, they did. They had some Gravity Rush stuff shown off, which looked really interesting. Um, so that's but they did say Zelda specifically. I think Zelda's going to be massive. I don't know if it's going to be good, but it's going to be massive. Zelda's going to be huge.
I think with them overlooking things, yeah, I think they're gonna make sure that it's done right and it gets the Nintendo approval.
Yeah,
because I think what Nintendo's funded it, and I think it's co-funded between Nintendo and Sony. Correct, I believe.
Well, yeah. So, Sony's producing it, and so Nintendo is. I don't know how that all works. I know Nintendo has oversight and complete control over the project. Sony's probably just funding it and producing it and whatever, just to get it and get their name associated with Nintendo, because clearly the Mario movie was a hit. Let's be honest.
I gotta give it up to Sony. That's a big win. Like, that is a big win to get the Zelda movie, to get something as a project like this from Nintendo. Regardless of what happened to the past with them, it's good to see them working together. And I understand this is just pretty much Sony Pictures and everything, because they're big in entertainment. But this is a major win. There'll be tons of other movie companies who would love to have a major project like this, and Nintendo trusts Sony enough to make a great movie. I think I have a feeling it'll be like a 2-hour movie, and I think Sony can do it justice. Because they know people are going to go see it.
I'm still of the mind that this should have been a Netflix style TV show, 8 to 12 episodes of something, and then each season it'd be like what American Horror Story does, where it's the same cast, but it's a different era and a different theme and a different time almost, and you don't have to keep the exact same cast, but it'd be really interested to see here's a kind of, I would say, optimistic world of Ocarina of Time, and then here's the animated interstitial season of Wind Waker, because we're filming the very dark and gritty Twilight Princess season, right? And then maybe you have a Spider-Verse style animation, Skyward Sword style season or something. You could do so many different things because they changed their art style so much, but that would have been my pitch, but I don't know. It's Zelda. It's going to be massive. Sony and Nintendo are going to make buku dollars off of this movie, and then we'll get a sequel 12 years from now.
They're going to do their best to keep this under wraps. People are probably gonna be like, do we get steals? How do extras and all of that? Going to have to sign some major NDAs. It's gonna be contract heavy and secured to the bone.
Yeah.
To make sure that none of this stuff comes out until they are ready to go to Entertainment Weekly or whatever, or the Letterman show, not Letterman, or some late night talk show, and start promoting it and stuff. We'll definitely see a Nintendo Direct for this. It's just that I think Nintendo, Sony, and really gonna do everything to keep this under wraps. Because right now, I think they're just in the script writing phase at this time.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
And did they say who was doing the special? I can't wait to see who's doing the special effects.
Yeah, I'm not sure. be honest, I have no idea. But we'll see. That movie's going to be massive, and we'll be here to talk about it.
Yes.
Speaking of, we need to get on our movie commentary stuff.
Yeah, we do.
All right, Ed, we have one more main news story, and then we're going to get into our next segment. But first, we kind of want to go over all the games that are announced for Switch. We'll say not all the games, but all of the, we'll say the high-profile games. High-profile AAAs to indies to AA's to, and then if we have anything we want to say about any of these games, we'll just stop and talk about it. These are in release order. So
before you go, Corey, everybody, if you check out East Asia, they did a showcase. They announced some games that's coming to Nintendo Switch. It was on Nintendo Live. They did it Monday for that showcase. It was kind of like unannounced or anything. Like I didn't even know that was happening. I just like seeing it yesterday night. So if you get on the 8th, I should say. So you guys want to check that out, check out the East Asia Showcase and see the games that got announced for Nintendo Switch that's coming out this year. Just want to say that before we go on.
Shocker. All right, so here are here's the list of games that are coming to the Nintendo Switch so far. So the first game coming out this year will be Turnip Boy. Turnip Boy robs a bank on the 18th. Also, this will probably just be our Pack Watch segment also, because a lot of these games are coming out this week as well. So Turnip Boy robs a bank is coming out on the 18th, along with Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown is also coming out on the 18th. Not listed here, Ed. This list is already bad. Is it even on this list? It is not on this list. I don't like this list at all. Another Code Recollection is coming out on the 19th, which is Friday. So that's something to look forward to. That's what's coming out this week as of this posting. Mm-hmm. Anything from this week that interests you? Obviously, Prince of Persia and Another Code are the big ones. So, yeah, I mean, anything stick out for you, Ed?
Definitely Another Code Recollection. Because I never played it on the DS. And I know that we never got part 2, so I'm excited to play this. And definitely Prince of Persia. I definitely into, like, ever since we first seen it at the Summer Game Fest, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a must have, like, no joke. And shout out to Grayson Morales, who is doing the guide for it.
I thought you were about to say he was in the game. I was about to be like, what?
No. He's doing the guide, and
you mean he's doing his job? Great job, Grayson. No, I'm just kidding. That's exciting. That's cool.
But we can't wait to have you on Pow Block so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
I love.
We gotta get some of these people on the show, man. We gotta get moving on that. All right, Ed. Moving along. Something that I know you're excited for is the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney trilogy.
Yes.
Which we got. The other guy, Phoenix Wright, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
Yeah, because Xbox just got theirs last year.
Right. But what was the other one that was like the not Apollo Justice or Phoenix Wright? Like the Sherlock Holmes looking dudes.
Yeah. Damn, it is Ace Attorney, and I just cannot think of it.
Yeah, I don't. Ace Attorney Chronicles or something.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. So that's coming. I still need to play the other games. I've never played an Ace Attorney game ever. But I own Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney trilogy on 2 systems. So it was on sale on Xbox, so I got it, and then it was on sale on Switch, so I got it there too.
The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, yeah.
Yep, I knew it had the word Chronicles in it. That's an easy word to throw on collections that you want people to buy and they have no idea what it is. Oh man! All right, Ed. The next game, February 14th, the Tomb Raider trilogy, but not the one we asked for.
Exactly.
Neither.
They did
Neither
make
we asked for.
They did say though that they're going to be showing some gameplay soon. So
great, because those are the games that we want to play. That's coming on February 14th. On the 16th, however, Ed, another remake that I am excited for, and I know it's funny, LeBron is actually excited for this one too. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, a remake of the first game, is coming to Switch on February 16th. For those who don't know, it's basically like a puzzle game where you're trying to make your way through. And does this one have the minis in it? I don't think this one has the minis in it. No, I guess that would be the very first one.
Is this the first one? I think it's the first one.
Yeah, it's the very first one.
I will say, and this is going to be a problem, where do I pre-order my games at now? Because the Best Buy hopefully Best Buy has it.
Well, Best Buy's still doing games. They're just not doing movies or CDs.
Okay. So I'll probably pre-order mine at Best Buy and pick it up. I got to get Miles a copy too, because she loves these games too. So.
The next game looks like an indie game called Promenade. It comes out on February 23rd. It's a whimsical adventure, a captivating 3D platformer inspired by classics like Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and Spyro. 3 very different 3D platformers. Studio. Holy Cap is the studio. Join forces with your trusty Ploop companions as you traverse a world brimming with secrets and challenges. The great elevator is in disarray, the cogs scattered far and wide, and your mission is to collect these lost gears, repair the majestic machine, and unlock new levels. It sounds cool. I'm just saying Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and Spyro the Dragon are all 3 very different types of 3D platformer.
Yes.
On March 26th, Ed, I know we're kind of jumping around here. Digital trends, man. Get your act together. I almost said another word. South Park Snow Day comes out on March 26th. It does not look as appealing as the RPGs that came out from Obsidian and Ubisoft.
I'm shocked people still making South Park games.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer snowball fighting game, which is like, that's where you're going with South Park, is it? Okay, sure. I mean, I know this feels like some sort of interstitial, and I know that Trey Parker and Matt Stone don't want to do another game anytime soon, at least pour all their time, because those games took a long time to make, and they were heavily involved because they voiced, not only do they write all the episodes and they wrote the games, but they also voiced all the characters and made all this, like they did everything that they do for the show, they did for this. So I understand they don't want to do a third RPG, but man, I would kill for a third South Park RPG. Games are awesome. That first one in particular is basically Paper Mario.
I might have to give in and just play them all the way through.
They're not very long. You can so anybody looking for achievements or trophies, you can get all the achievements in less than 20 hours. And I mean, the games aren't very long. I think you can mainline the first one in like 10 hours, 12 hours.
I wonder, are they on sale on Xbox?
Dude, there's a bundle actually on sale right now.
On Xbox?
Yeah. So the next game on this list is Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster, coming February 29th. Dark Forces. Let's see. In the galaxy under the Empire's grip, the Rebel Alliance discovers the Death Star, a planet-destroying weapon. Kyle Katarn, a former Imperial stormtrooper, joins the rebels to infiltrate the Empire from within. Star Wars Dark Forces offers a unique twist on the coherent narrative, realistic missions, and familiar locations from the Star Wars universe. Not canon anymore because this is literally what Rogue One is about. So, not canon, still kind of revolutionary at the time. And yeah. The next game on the list, Ed, is the Vanillaware game. Vanillaware is putting out a new game. And Atlas, the Unicorn Overlord.
Yeah,
which is
the Direct.
The last game they put out, for those who don't know, is 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and then they did the Odin Sphere kind of remake on PlayStation. Embark on a regal adventure in Unicorn Overlord, crafted by the brilliant minds behind 13 Sentinels. And I'm moving this over, I can't see that far. 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, and Odin Sphere. This epic follows exiled Prince Elaine on a quest to reclaim his kingdom from the rogue General Valmore. In a vibrant world torn by war, assemble a grand army of over 60 unique characters, from humans to elves and massive beasts and heavenly angels. With real-time field movement and battles, Unicorn Overlord promises tactical RPG experience, blended world exploration, and innovative battle systems. You know what this sounds like? It sounds like Valkyria Chronicles is what this sounds like. The way they're describing the battle, like the battles on the battlefields. So might be checking that one out. It comes out March 8th. On March 22nd, Ed, is Princess Peach Showtime. This game looks really cute. My daughter is very excited about this because you can put Peach in different outfits and she gets new powers. So this will probably be popular in our household. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, I'm definitely buying it. Like, I'm excited for that. With Princess Peach.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, I think. Let's see. What is this? What is this sale? There's new sales going on? Anyways. Contra Operation Galuga. This is that remake. I think this is what the 4-player remake of the first one, right?
Yeah.
That Way Forward is doing. I know you're excited for this.
I want to have those guys back on to be like, okay.
Yeah.
I want to learn that.
I'll reach out to Adam and see if they can come on to talk about this, because I'm sure they're not going to be shy about a Contra remake. Yeah, it looks cool. 4 players instead of 2, so that's interesting. Was there like an arcade version that was 4 players, or was Contra always 2 players and they're just adding 2 more players?
It was always 2-player. Yeah, they never had a 4-player Contra until I think that last one that came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Ioun Chronicles 100 Heroes comes out April 23rd. That is the Suikoden like, right?
Yes.
That's coming. It's been in development for a while. I hope it comes out before the HD remakes of Suikoden 1 and 2, because that would be awkward. It's kind of like when Mighty Number 9 came out after Mega Man 9, right? And it was just not very good. That game is $1.99 on Xbox, by the way. Mighty Number 9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, rip that game.
I still have it for Wii U, and I haven't beaten it yet.
Yeah, something tells me you're not going to. All right, so this game actually, this was part of. I think this was part of the last Indie World game or something Nintendo related. Maybe it was the last Direct. Penny's Big Breakaway, which was that 3D platformer with the yo-yo.
That was the Nintendo Direct in September.
Yeah.
Because that's when Sonic Superstars was
something
got announced also and stuff.
something
And
along those
yeah,
lines. Yeah.
yeah, because they was doing that instead of Sonic Superstars.
Yeah, so that's coming on June 30th. Seems like a placeholder date. Might come before or after. But it's a cartoony kind of 3D platforming game where you use this magic yo-yo to kind of as a grappling hook or solve puzzles. It looks really cute and fun and interesting. So check that out. A sequel to Crypt of the Necrodancer is coming. Rift of the Necrodancer is coming to Nintendo Switch. That seems really like if you're into those games, you should play that. Cadence of Hyrule is the Zelda-based one, which was a huge hit. So Crypt of the Necrodancer and then Cadence of Hyrule are the two games that are out now. And then, Ed, we have Luigi's Mansion 2 HD coming at some point, which I'm excited for. And then Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door also coming from Nintendo. The Plucky Squire from Devolver Digital looks really interesting. That's that 2D to 3D kind of Zelda-like adventure. It looks really awesome. The levels are hand-drawn, and then you can jump off the page for the 3D version of the adventure. It looks really cool. Looks really interesting. I'm really interested in this game.
Wasn't that one also for Sony? That's the role-play game one.
It's coming to everything.
Was that Microsoft? That I think it was Microsoft that they showed that one.
Yeah, I think it's coming to Game Pass day one, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Or maybe it's coming to Game Pass at some point. But Microsoft did show it at some point.
Okay, yeah, that one looks super cool. I'm super interested in that game.
Mm-hmm. Hollow Knight Silksong is slated TBD 2024. Sure.
I wonder if Xbox is going to get that first before anybody else.
Yeah.
It feels like very exclusive to them.
What? Silksong?
Yeah.
To who? Exclusive to who?
To Microsoft. Release wise.
It's coming to Game Pass day one.
Right.
That's the selling point on Xbox, is that Silksong's coming day and date with the Nintendo Switch version, but it's coming to Game Pass.
Okay.
And then PlayStation, I think, is getting it at a later date for some reason.
Okay.
Switch games with no release window, Ed. So we have Project Bloom, which is the new game from Game Freak, published by Private Division. We don't even know if it's going to come to Switch or not, but it seems like it might come to the next console. The only thing we know about the mysterious Project Bloom is that it's being developed by Pokemon creator Game Freak and appears to be set in ancient Japan. This project isn't set to launch until early 2026, so it'll be a while before we hear anything. And then, obviously, Metroid Prime 4 is the other game that we know about that looks more and more likely that it's not coming soon. I mean, it'll come. I bet it's next year. I mean, I think we have to get Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remasters out first, which I think are the shoe-in kind of direct shadow drops this year.
I wonder if Nintendo's ready for the summer to really showcase that game.
What, Metroid Prime 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, what else? What's the other big game that they have right now? I mean, obviously they can announce something show off some... You know what I mean? Like, they don't have anything else right now.
Besides Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, that's like that's like the big one. But even though that's a remaster, as for something big and new, unless Monolith Soft shows something from their new IP, we don't have anything else unless Platinum brings us Astral Chain 2. Right now, that's those would be the only two things, because all the Mario stuff will be out and we know all of that.
Yeah,
we already got Fire Emblem, so we probably won't get another one to at least for a bit. Zelda's out, so like their main stuff that we knew about is finally out. So unless there's like a Splatoon 4, but the Splatoon DLC hasn't came out yet. Um,
The DLC I think is out. I think it came out already. Did it not
it,
come out already?
it may have. Well, I don't think so. I think it has some coming soon news because I haven't seen much of it.
I
Uh,
I thought that DLC came out and nobody cared because nobody cares about single player Splatoon. Unfortunately.
with like the black and not black and
Hmm.
white, like the all kind of like.
Yeah, it's out. It's totally out.
Oh, it says it was out. Okay.
Yeah, it's out.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it came, if they had like an actual date, uh, and it came out or anything because I didn't see much of it, so that's why.
Hmm. Yeah, it's out. So
So, which now reminds me back to that one story, Corey. Uh, the people who make guacamole,
hmm.
they could be someone Nintendo could be working with.
Drink box. Yeah,
Drinkbox.
I was thinking that, although they just put out a game last year with Nobody Saves the World, and they usually take a lot of
Yeah,
time on their games, so I don't know. And they just put that
because
DLC out also.
I think did it come out to Sony or is it now on everything?
It's out. It's been out on PlayStation, but it's coming to PlayStation Plus this month.
Okay.
It's one of the PlayStation Plus games. PlayStation Plus games, by the way, this month are great. Plague Tale Requiem, Evil West, and Nobody Saves the World. Those are some banger games.
Yeah. So
Good on them, man. Good on Drinkbox. They just keep trucking along, man.
yeah. So yeah, unless Nintendo announces some like brand new IPs or remakes or remasters, yeah, that's all we know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we obviously did our Nintendo Direct predictions episode of Expansion Pass that'll be out.
Yes.
It's either already out or coming out soon. So you can hear all that there. But I think, I mean, like I said, I think 2024 is going to be a massive year of remakes, remasters, and uh, maybe a few tentpole games. I think you have to have at least one major game this year, but and I'm not talking about Princess Peach Showtime, which is the only new game we have that's not a remaster or a remake. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see though. Nintendo's always good at. We're going to get some sort of Pokemon thing this year. There's going to be something, right? There's going to be some sort of Zelda game this year. I'm not worried. I'm not
Will
worried.
I finally get my arms to this year?
Doubtful. All right, Ed. Let's hit this rumor mill and the other
Okay.
side real quick, and then we'll get out of here because we already did Pack Watch, sort of, and yeah, because there's some interesting things to talk about, Nintendo related stuff from Microsoft actually. So it was funny because there was last week there was the rumor of the developer direct, right? And then
Yes.
they announced the developer direct today as of this recording, which will be on Thursday by the time this posts. But rumors this week is that Microsoft exclusives Hi-Fi Rush from Tango Gameworks and Sea of Thieves from Rare may be jumping ship from Xbox to Nintendo Switch. Hi-Fi Rush seems like the more likely one out of the two.
Yes.
But it seems we may, Microsoft did say these games would be on a game-by-game basis, and they're always looking to grow their audience, and their strategy seems to be changing. A little worrisome for some Xbox fans, I think, in terms of like, why am I investing in the box itself, including me recently? But at the end of the day, I still love my Xbox, and it really doesn't matter what I'm playing games on. But Hi-Fi Rush makes a lot of sense for Switch. Sea of Thieves, not so much in terms of online stuff, but Uh,
What about Wasteland 2? I don't think that ever came to
no,
Switch.
it's on Switch, but we're talking about Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves.
Okay.
Wasteland Remastered and Wasteland 2 are both on Switch because I
So
almost bought them
Wasteland
there.
3 would be Wasteland 3 is not on out yet, but
No, Wasteland
uh,
3 has been out for 6 years on the Xbox. 5 years.
which one am I
6
thinking of
years.
then?
I have no idea.
Oh, that one. Sorry, that just came to my mind. But yeah, Hi-Fi Rush on Switch would be a good one. Um, there'd probably be some technical things they have to reduce, but I'm like, it's a great soundtrack, great action, gameplay, a very smooth of a game, and I think.
Can I throw something out here real quick?
Yeah,
I wonder if they'll do some sort of rhythm thing with motion controls with the Joy-Cons. Optional.
probably so. I
Like
wouldn't be surprised.
I could see them doing that. I don't know how you would do that, but also I'm not a game developer and there are much smarter people working at Tango than me. But I think that would be really interesting to change it up and give people a reason to look at it on Switch who haven't already played it through Game Pass or on PC, right? Like that would be a really interesting way to get a new lease on life out of this game. Because it's all rhythm based and like you're swinging that guitar sword thing anyway, right? Like why not implement, and for heavy attacks maybe you hold down L or R, ZR, ZL or whatever. And then for normal attacks you just swing it.
And I have a feeling they would add a new mode to
yeah,
the
like
game.
some sort of arcade mode.
Yeah.
Which I think they added to the Xbox version later, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think Hi-Fi Rush with some motion rhythm stuff would be really interesting.
See if these would also be an interesting one.
Yeah.
And that's more for the online function than anything. I would love to see like them do like crossplay for it and everything.
Yeah.
And still keep how they did like Minecraft Dungeons, having an Xbox Live account and get unlocking achievements and stuff like that. I think that would literally be cool for both of those games to see that happen.
Yeah. So that seems interesting. I don't know if there's anything else I really have to say about that, but I do think that Hi-Fi Rush would look awesome on the OLED. I think Sea of Thieves would be a really fun travel game for people. The only problem with that is like I don't know if you would implement some sort of local mode or offline mode that you could play with friends locally, but I do think Sea of Thieves is an interesting game. That's a game I always wish I went back to, but I don't have friends to play it with. And it's like when it came out, remember everybody was calling it Destiny for dads because like there's there was like no leveling or no progression or anything. It was just teaming up and going out to do stuff. So that's something I always wanted to do and I never did. I never went back. And I always wanted to play like that Pirates of the Caribbean expansion that they put out and the Monkey Island DLC looked awesome and something I always wanted to go back to and I just never did. Maybe I will
think
someday.
The last time I played Everybody, I fell asleep and
you did. It was awesome. It's on film. Go look it up on our other YouTube channel. It was awesome. It was you, me, and Jesse. Oh my gosh, it was so awesome.
I had just got enough work and I was sorry, and y'all just left me in the sea dead. I'm like, what the? Oh.
It was so great. Oh my gosh, it was so cool.
I swear, I did not know I fell asleep.
Oh, so fun. It was awesome. I'm sorry. I know it's not funny, but it's pretty funny. So, all right. The other thing I wanted to talk about, Ed, real quick, I think we both wanted to talk about it, is the for the other side. We're going to talk a little bit about Xbox and the developer direct that's happening on Thursday, Thursday the 18th at 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 Central, noon Pacific. I actually wrote an article on bossrush.net that you can look at to catch up on this if you want to know more about the games that are coming. So
Yes.
I cannot wait for this. So they're showing 4 games confirmed. I'm assuming they're going to pull a Hi-Fi Rush at some point and put a 5th one in here and shadow drop it, would be my guess. So what they are showing is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2 by Ninja Theory, my most anticipated game of 2024 by a long shot. Avowed by Obsidian, Ara History Untold from Oxide Games, and my second most anticipated game, seemingly of 2024, Indiana Jones from Machine Games, is going to be there, and they are going to show 10 minutes of the game, developer insights, and then premiere gameplay and show the first gameplay trailer, which I'm so excited.
It better be there. You know what how I felt, and I was just like,
I saw the Boss Rush chat. I know the Boss Rush chat hates Xbox, which is why I'm championing the Xbox.
No, I just said, don't give me no cussing nonsense. I want the action. I really want to be like, because I'm just gonna end up buying it. Like, there's no ifs or buts about it.
Oh man, dude, I'm so hyped for this.
I really want them to come with it because this game is not my most anticipated game or anything, but I'm intrigued to see what they're doing. I love machine games. I have no problem with them. I want to see what they do, and if they really could bring it, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be. Because like I said, I'm gonna buy it anyway. But I really want them to come with it. I really want to see some great gameplay. If it's just like, as long as it's real gameplay that I'm going to experience in the game, that's all I care for.
Yeah, I mean, I think I really hope they do indie justice, because like my main concern for indie, right, is that, well, I have a couple concerns about Indiana Jones in particular, not just Machine Games game, but just the franchise in general. I really think Disney is trying to make Indiana Jones a thing, and it's just not a thing anymore, which sucks, but it's true in a sense, unless this game is absolutely amazing. I'm also concerned that, yes, I'm aware that Machine Games knows how to murder Nazis, and it's awesome. I don't want a first-person Indiana Jones game. Something Xbox is sorely lacking is the only thing that Sony provides, which is third-person action adventure games. And that's all I want. I want a Tomb Raider, Uncharted style.
That's what I was just about to say. If they just borrow elements from that, I'll be good to go.
I don't even care. Like, I want the 8est of 8s out of this game. I want it to be the most generic third-person action adventure, fun, quippy, good time. Like, that's all I want this game to be, and I think that's all it needs to be.
Give me some secret areas.
Yeah,
with puzzles.
Give us some tombs, like in Tomb Raider, right? Like the side tombs that you could go explore, right? And give me some treasures to find, like in Uncharted. You know how there's like 50 treasures through the campaign that you can go find, and just give me that stuff. I don't care. Like it. I want it to be its own original story too. I don't want it to be like a remake of Raiders of the Lost Ark, right? I want it to be like, its own story set in the 30s or 40s, killing Nazis, exploring treasure, have a cool sidekick. That'd be awesome if they brought Marion back. That'd be awesome. Some sort of sequel to Raiders, maybe that would be kind of cool, and have Marion kind of join you on the adventure. But at the end of the day, I just want a cool Indiana Jones game. I wonder who's going to voice him too. There are 2 really great Harrison Ford sound-alikes. I wonder if they're going to try to get one of them. Also, I wonder if they're going to like work with Disney to use Harrison Ford's likeness, because I wonder if this game was in development long enough for when they started. They're like, okay, we're doing indie, we're doing Dial of Destiny. Harrison Ford signed on. Harrison Ford, will you sign this contract to have your likeness used in the video game that we're going to attach to this contract or whatever, right? It's and that you can go into that whatever, but I think that'd be really cool if they got Harrison Ford's likeness. You have to, right? Harrison Ford is indie.
Right.
He is indie. I don't know what else you could do. You're not going to just have some like generic white guy running around. That's Uncharted. You want Harrison Ford. It doesn't have to be his voice. There's plenty of sound alikes, right?
You just
Plus,
need
like
the
if you watch Dial of Destiny, as great as that CG is at the beginning, and you like of young Harrison Ford you can't even tell unless you're like really, really looking for it.
Uh-huh.
He still sounds like a grumpy old Harrison Ford when he talks. So get the young guy that was in that, what was that one movie? Something Adeline or whatever, like the girl that never ages or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, there's an actor in there that looks and sounds just like a young Harrison Ford. Get him to sound him, get Harrison Ford's likeness, make this an Uncharted, excuse my language, and an Uncharted ass Indiana Jones game, and we'll be good to go. Or Tomb Raider. Sorry, I'm very excited and very worried at the same time about Indiana Jones, just like everything else in my life.
Look,
I get very excited for my favorite things, and then I don't want it to suck.
we're going to be watching it, everybody. Do check out Xbox Casual. They're going to be talking about it, so you guys can get their opinion. I'm excited to see this. I really am. Because I'm rooting for Xbox to come out hard this year and like win. Like, come on, Xbox. Microsoft,
they
could do it.
On the Xbox podcast that I do that Ed just said Xbox Casuals, we talked about all 36 studios Microsoft now owns between Xbox Game Studios, Bethesda, and Activision Blizzard. And we went through each studio and what they're working on. And they have something like 24 announced games from first party, and that does not include the third party projects like Project Maverick from People Can Fly, or Project Dragon from IO, or Contraband from Avalanche. Like, there's a ton of stuff that they're working on, and I'm telling you, man. This so in the article I wrote earlier today, I said the very last paragraph I wrote. It said overall Xbox has a very exciting lineup, not only for this developer direct, but through the short, mid, and long term, if they can pull off the sheer amount of games they have announced. It's exciting to see the ship is seemingly turned that started when Phil Spencer took over from Don Matrick during the Xbox One era, building a team and acquiring the right studios to build Xbox into a brand fans can be proud of. And I stick to that. I think Xbox is a brand that fans should be proud of. I think they're doing a lot and they have a lot of ground to make up in the way technology and games move, and the amount of games that come out, and now like makes them look even worse when they don't put out a consistent amount of games, especially AAA bangers, right? Like, they put out games like Psychonauts and Pentiment and stuff and Gears Tactics and stuff like that, but it's not God of War or Horizon or Spider-Man or Zelda or Mario. Those games aren't that, like, and it's unfortunate, but I mean, they're about to unleash some AAA games this year, man.
And that's what, and I know we're going to get to the question, everybody, and that's what we mostly just want to see from Microsoft. It's just like, it's great that you announced these, but we want a lot of these announcements to finally come out. We want to play the games that you guys are, not, I'm going to say hyping up, but that is in development or almost close to being ready to go or are ready to go. Like, we want to support, and I'm coming from an Xbox mindset as an Xbox gamer also. I want to play the stuff that you guys have announced that's been in development for a good while that I feel that it should be ready. Uh if they didn't have any problems or anything.
Mhm.
But I'm like, you guys should be ready to release stuff because as much as Nintendo has put out stuff for Switch, they had over 5+ games per year that came out just for first party alone. Regardless of if it's a remaster or a port or whatever, they have had strong new games and IPs that have came out per year. And I think Microsoft, with all of their developers and studios that they have, they should be matching that. At least I hope they are, because that's what I want to see from them.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, like nobody works the way that Nintendo works in terms
Yeah,
of their
true.
game development. And but I mean, with the amount of studios Microsoft owns now, it should be close, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't have to be a AAA banger, but like something like over the next 5 years, they have enough studios and enough resources and enough teams within these studios to put out a new game on a 5 year dev cycle every 6 to 8 weeks over the next 5 years. They should be putting out a new title every 6 to 8 weeks, which is insane to think about. You know, and also
that's
like the games that aren't at this thing, right? Like Towerborn is coming out soon. That Thunderful, what's the Thunderful game? 33 something, 33 Heroes or something.
I think so.
Uh,
Yeah,
is coming from them. One of the games I'm actually kind of maybe a little bit shocked isn't here is what game? Shoot. I lost my train of thought. I lost what game I was thinking of. There's a game that I was actually shocked what they weren't showing here. But anyways, my Xbox. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. Is I was shocked that they weren't going to show. Oh, South of Midnight, which is rumored to be coming out this fall. I'm shocked isn't here unless they're save. I mean, obviously you got to save stuff for your summer showcase, right?
mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, South of Midnight looks awesome too. Like that style looks great. I'm very intrigued in a lot of the Xbox exclusives coming right now. So,
Yeah.
anyways, also that I mean they also have Blade coming, which is going to be awesome.
Now that's something that we won't see for the next 2 years.
I would tend to guess that may not even be out this generation.
I think it would be out this generation, but
I think it's a cross gen, whenever, because I mean, I don't know if you've been following the Xbox news or not, Ed, but they want to put out their next gen console in either 2026 or 2027. So
why?
Because they don't want to do a pro console and they want to make the most powerful console ever. I think that's a dumb idea because that screams Sega Dreamcast all over it.
That's the expansion pass topic. I'm just gonna leave it at. I'm gonna leave it right there.
My thought. Here's my thought.
It infuriate me.
My thought is that they should put out a mid-gen cycle refresh similar to PlayStation. The thing is they want to start the next generation early so they can dump the Series S. That's my opinion. Because it has already caused them way too many problems on games that aren't Fortnite and Minecraft. But they should make a series, a new series console. That all digital Series X should be their pro console. They should battle it out with PlayStation for the rest of the generation. They need to see what PlayStation does with the PS6. And granted, I don't know why we're talking about this in 2024, but I have to get this out anyway. And then they need to come out after. They need to figure out what PlayStation's doing with their next console, and then come out swinging hard. And they need to be just the most dominant console. Launch with a Halo. Launch with some first party games. I don't care what you do. Just whatever. Anyways, I'm done. My rant's over. This is a Nintendo podcast. I have the last year or so, and especially recently, I have felt the need to defend the Xbox, and I'm tired of people yelling at me for liking Xbox so much. Anyways, continue. Sorry. Meow. Is that it?
That's it. And we're going to get into question block, everybody.
Oh, question. We have a question. Ed, we have a question.
Yes, we do. And this comes from Devin Cox, who hosts PSVG and the Devin Cox Experience. So do go check out his work there. He asks, what franchise that is not already on Switch would you like to see on Switch 2? I already said Titanfall 2.
I think he means Nintendo franchise.
No, he said what franchise?
I know, but I think means. I think
since we're said franchise, he didn't.
I know, but I took this as a Nintendo franchise. Sure, Titanfall 2, throw that on there.
Like Titanfall 2, Tomb Raider reboot, the Tomb Raider 3 reboot games, like Sleeping Dogs. I want on there.
Yakuza, Yakuza would be a great series on there.
Yeah,
I might Yakuza, but I might actually play them, even though I literally own all of them except for whatever the latest one is.
I think Immortals of Evian would be a good one. Star Wars Outlaws.
Star Wars Outlaws. But in terms of Nintendo franchises, though, I mean, I've gotten all the Nintendo franchises I like, except for Star Fox. But we all know, well, we got Star Fox. We got Starlink that had the Star Fox game, which is the best Star Fox game since the 64.
If we get the double clap thing that you was talking about earlier on the Switch 2, I'm like, of course, Elite Beat Agents for me. Rhythm Heaven, Hotel Dust 2. I would love to see.
So I mentioned this last week, and I know we're getting a bunch of Paper Mario and Mario RPG stuff, but I really want Mario and Luigi to come back. And I mentioned that. I don't remember if it was on last week's episode or on an expansion pass that we did recently.
Expansion pass.
I would really love Mario and Luigi to come back. I love those games. I think they're funny. I think they're charming.
Actually, no. It was expansion pass because we talked about the 3DS and Wii U lineup.
Yeah. So that would be my pick. Also, like, I mean, I know we got Tropical Freeze, but I would really like another 2D Donkey Kong game. I really enjoy the new ones. I wish they would make an HD port of 3D. Or of Donkey Kong Country Returns. I say Donkey Kong Country 3D because I played Returns on the 3DS.
I would love Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes on Switch 2. Like, if they were, they can't get back with Kojima Productions, but if there was some way that Konami and Nintendo could work together to make that happen, I would love to see that. Twin Snakes on Switch 2, like a remaster or built from the ground up or something. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I would also like to see some of the like bigger RPGs, and like we got The Witcher. Like, where's my Assassin's Creed games? Like,
yeah.
And I'm not talking about the old ones. I'm talking about the new, like Valhalla. And Odyssey. Like, where are those games at?
Mother 3 remake coming to Switch 2.
Earthbound
3, I should say.
Earthbound
3.
Oh, no. Get that out of here. Did you see that story floating around that it's the 30th anniversary of the Mother franchise, maybe Mother 3 or something? I don't know if it was Mother 3 or if it was just the Mother franchise in general.
Corey.
And they're like, Nintendo's going to plan something. I'm like, no, they're not. They didn't do anything for Zelda or Mario. You think they're going to do something for Earthbound? Shut up. Get out of here.
Is it Pandora's Tower and The Last Story?
Oh, God, yeah. I would love those.
Like, heck. Talk to Microsoft and get Blue Dragon on that mug. You might as well.
I mean, talk to Mistwalker, man. Like, Mistwalker, like, what are they doing?
They put a Blue Dragon on 3DS, so
I know they did.
Not.
I know they did.
That would be something to see.
I would love to see Lost Odyssey and Blue Dragon on Switch. Lost Odyssey is the best Final Fantasy game you've never played. Just gonna throw that out there. I mean, it's literally like everybody was calling it the proper Final Fantasy 11 for a long time, right?
Oh, wow.
I mean, remember when it came out and like nobody wanted to play Final Fantasy 11 because it was online, and then we got 12, and everybody's like, we skipped 11, and then they all left to form Mistwalker. All the Square guys left to form Mistwalker, and they made Blue Dragon and Lost Odyssey one okay game, and then one banger that ends on a cliffhanger, and we never got a sequel.
Yeah, that needs to be rectified.
God, Lost Odyssey, man, is one of it is one of the greatest JRPGs of all time. I will go out there and say that.
Corey, the crazy thing is, during the Xbox One days, they made the game free.
I know, it was free for like 3 years. It was free. You could just play it for free.
Exactly.
And that was before Game Pass even existed. They made like there was like 5 Xbox 360 games that they made free. It was like Crackdown 1 and 2. Granted, none of them were like great games or anything, but like Crackdown 1 and 2, 2 Human, Lost Odyssey was one of them, and then there was a 5th game that was free forever. It was just free. These games were just free.
Yeah.
I forget what the other one was. I bet I could look in my library and figure it out, but
I know it's like so. Me and Larry talked about it. But like Lost Odyssey, just like it was a game that people downloaded, and it was just like, how did we miss this gem? And people who finished it were just like, the story touched them so much.
Yeah.
So like, I have it on my Series X and my Xbox One. I just need to like literally go. Like, I probably gonna have to start from the beginning and play it from beginning to end.
It's an incredible video game. Also, Last Story is also incredible on the Wii. Another JRPG or it's more of an action RPG, but another JRPG nobody played because it was one of the last games to come out on the Wii. It came out after Skyward Sword, so that tells you everything you need to know.
And it was just kind of like a limited quantity. I couldn't find the Last Story.
Well, you had to pre-order it. It was part of the Rainfall thing.
And see, I didn't know that you would have to pre-order because they pushed Xenoblade Chronicles so much that they didn't push the Last Story.
Yeah, it was Xenoblade Chronicles, Pandora's Tower, and the Last Story were the 3 games that made it over, and you had to pre-order all of them. Now, granted, Xenoblade Chronicles got a second print, and then obviously it became what it is now, right? And it's available on everything. But yeah, originally you had to pre-order it, and you had to pre-order it from GameStop. And once they ran out, they ran out.
Yep. And GameStop was iffy with their pre-orders. If you didn't pick up, they would sell your pre-orders to other people. I'm like, oh heck no.
Yeah, the other game that was free for a long time, Ed, was that Fast and the Furious Forza game.
Oh wow.
So I just went through my list here. Geometry Wars was the other free one for a while.
Was it like
Hexic HD? What? The one they're working on now? Mistwalker's new RPG?
One. No, it was a 360 one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, Fanta Get.
Are you talking about Phantom Dust?
Phantom Dust, yeah.
The card game?
That one. Yeah, that one was free for a bit.
Yeah. So, all right, we can sit here and talk about free Xbox games all day, but it's 11:30 and I want to go to bed now.
So, quickly, everybody, my final thought is do check out Nintendo Pow Block. Hopefully you guys let us know about our logo. Hopefully it looks good on your podcast.
I'm very excited for this logo, man. I am too. I'm very excited to order just like this jet black Nintendo Power style hoodie, but with our podcast.
I love that one so much because once it goes live, everybody, when it goes live, you have to get it from the store. Like, just go to Boss Rush Media, check out our store, and hopefully you guys can come because I want a hoodie of it.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be live like on the store by the time this episode posts. I'm gonna make that my this weekend. I'm gonna make that a priority, is like update the store with the new logos and the new stuff, right? Like, I want to be able to buy. I want LeBron to be able to buy a pink sleeveless tank top of the After Dark logo. Okay, he needs it. He needs it. So.
Well, with that, everybody, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time on Nintendo Pow Block. Bye, everybody. Woo-hoo!
Hi, everybody. If you want to see how you can become a Patreon producer, head on over to patreon.com/BossRushNetwork. The Patreon producers for this month are Adriel Munger, Celeste Roberts, Christian S., Sana Dirrig, Francisco Santillan, and Todd Oxtra. Thanks for your continued support of the Boss Rush Network and our family of podcasts.